It's just different.
Roll weed up, get to the money.
Alright, it's Josh Scarver, aka Jay the Truth, America's Addiction. Do what you desire. I don't like saying people's names. I like people to introduce themselves. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
World famous DJ Lomaxx, Naptown's finest, ATL trendsetter, drum squad DJ, representative, president it is.
It's a president. It's like we got Barack Obama over here. Then I don't like to talk about jewelry and stuff because it's deeper than that. But it's the fruits of labor right there. He do what he desires. But let me ask you, let's say if we was walking down the street, a random stranger came up to you and they looked at you, he was like, "Man, what do you do? Tell me, tell us, what do you do?"
I feel like I'm the filter between independent and major artists to the mainstream. So actually, generally, it's a DJ that pushes music no matter where you go. I just happen to be a vehicle that pushes it to several DJs.
Okay.
So we have 40 DJs and drum squad DJs. I'm also a hit band DJ. Okay. So it's just a way of, circumventing and pushing music out.
You like to connect. You like the plug.
There you go. I'm the plug.
For all of my street people,
I'm the plug.
He is the plug.
I'm the plug. You come to me when you say, "Yo, I really want my music here."
This is the guy to talk to.
Yeah.
DJ Lomaxx.
How do we work this out? And we make it happen.
Okay, I like that. So, tell me how you came up. How did you get into this? Like, when was that moment when you was like...
born into this. My father was a DJ, so it's kind of...
It's in your blood.
Part of me. Yeah, it is. I always tell people this is my DNA. My father was a DJ, God rest his soul. He passed away 2 years ago. On a Sunday, he was DJing a party. On a Monday, he went into the hospital and never came out. But he still DJ'd up until his death.
That's dope.
Yeah.
See, that's the way I want to go out.
Yeah.
Doing what I love.
I mean, he DJ'd a party on a Sunday, went into the hospital on Monday and never came out. Yeah.
So you've been doing this ever since you came out.
The first time he let me actually touch the turntables, I think I was 10. Yeah, I was 10.
Where was that at?
Indianapolis, Indiana. The first major gig that I got was in Memphis, Tennessee, for John P. Freeman High School or Middle School.
That's where it begins, with the kids.
It's that, yeah. A terrible day.
It was a terrible day.
Yeah, it was a terrible day, man. I got to play one song the whole party.
That was it. I was gonna ask you a question on that. Was that the worst one?
Actually, it wasn't. It was just the moment that I understood that you had to play for the people. So it was a lesson. It was like he put me here and he left, and they wanted to hear one song. They didn't care to hear anything else. Nothing else was popping. Nothing else was hot. That one song.
You remember that one song?
Yes, the B song. I think the group was Poison Ivy.
Wow. You still remember?
Yeah. B stands for Bronco, BMW, bass, bang. And you look it up. That one song. Yes.
That's old school, man.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you. He's here doing an interview. He's like, you've been grinding, doing your thing. Take me into a day into your life. Like when you wake up in the morning, if you even sleep. What's your day like?
It's gotten a little more hectic recently because we went from Drum Squad production to Drum Squad Records. So my duties have kind of extended into the artists that we deal with.
Okay.
So a normal day as president of Drum Squad DJs would be filtering through music, going through mixtapes, making sure the website is consistent, making sure that the DJs get the music, dealing with the sponsors that we have, making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do on the back end for our sponsors. As I said, now it's kind of changed because we have 6 artists that are signed to Drum Squad, so it's kind of more of me bridging into an A&R role.
Okay.
So making sure that their artistry is right. Also, it's like a developmental camp thing now, where we're making sure that they're right compared to what people did previously in the last 10 years, 10, 15 years, where you just kind of put them out there, and if they pop, they pop. There's no artist development. There's no
Media
no,
training.
no repertoire training, media training, any of that. So we're trying to get back to that format. So and that was my idea. And drum is kind of you do that.
Dope. So how was it formed? How was the Drum Squad DJs created?
I think Drummer Boy created himself, wanting to be able to deal directly with the DJs. I think when he did it, he didn't have an idea as to what he was doing. And he's from Memphis. I was in Memphis. Memphis is like a second home. So he would always see me.
Yeah.
We knew each other, but he would always see me. So we'd see each other in Atlanta. We would see each other in Detroit. We would see each other in Wisconsin. And the last time I saw him, we were here for an event with the Hitman DJs, and he called me on the phone, and he said, "Yo, I got this thing, and I need you to run it." And it threw me for a loop, but again, to me, it was like perfect timing.
Yeah.
I felt like at that moment I had went from minor to major, from major to the owner seat, because I started with the Future Star DJs, which I always considered like a minor league DJ crew, and then I finally was asked to be a hitman, which I felt like was major.
Yeah, it is.
And to become the president of anybody's coalition or crew, it's like sitting in the owner's seat. So that's like my steps into this. So,
All right, for my indie artists and people looking for guidance in the music industry, can you explain what a DJ coalition is?
The best way to describe it is the DJ coalition is a group of DJs that in most cases is supposed to break records. In most cases. But it's a group of guys who DJ that love the idea of bringing unity amongst DJs, that push out music to the public or service music to the public that listens.
Okay. I've been coming across that a lot with the breaking of records. Like, how does that work? I know how it works, but for everyone that's listening,
Elaborate when you say how does that work?
How does the breaking of a record happen? Do you need a major to do that?
No.
The indie, I know we need the DJ. You gotta respect the DJ, or you're not gonna get played. So explain the importance of networking,
I think
connecting, and doing business.
All of it kind of goes hand in hand. I mean, you have artists that feel like the internet is their vehicle of choice, and it's going to make them the next Soulja Boy or the next Chief. And I've always said, Soulja was the first, Chief was the last. There'll never be another one that will slip through the cracks like that. It'll never happen again. And you can't really get people to understand that. So when you talk about breaking records, it's really just a lot of hard work and the right connects. No, you don't have to be on a major label at all. A major label to me is a bookie. They give you money for you to push your material. Now, most people don't do that. They give you the check, you go and get your rapper gear together. The clothes, the jewelry, the tattoos, the car. Right, you go and get your rapper gear together, and this is what you do. At the end of the day, when they say, okay, well, the promotional aspect of it, what did you do? Did you do a promo run? Did you get out here and do, no, well, I was waiting on y'all. And they said, well, fine, we'll write you another check. And they'll write another check, and then you'll go and spend that check, and you still owe them the first check, because that is just a signing bonus. So what you end up having is you still haven't done the work that they actually expected you to do with the check originally. And that's promote yourself.
And what happens when you do that? Can you explain?
Yeah, usually most people find themselves dropped or low record sales and then get dropped or
In debt.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely go in debt. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you still owe them their money. At the end of the day, nobody ever tells you that you still owe them their money. So if they wrote a check for $1 million and they didn't get $1 million back, you owe them that money. And that $1 million kind of grows. Studio time if you didn't. Again, spend the money that they gave you initially. Then no problem, we'll put you in the studio and $500 an hour, and they tack it on to you, and you say, well, man, I need a house, and Sure, no problem. It's in our name, but they're gonna charge you for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you go in debt.
This is game, yo.
You go in debt. You go deep in debt.
See, this is a real music industry veteran president, like a Obama, telling Lomaxx, DJ Lomaxx, telling y'all stop it.
Please, man, stop. Stop
it,
taking these big checks, man. You know, they ain't giving them out like they used to, but you know,
I heard
still.
it's hard out here for a pimp
Yeah.
or a rapper.
It's definitely a bad thing, right?
Well, I'm gonna start to wrap it up. You know, I gotta throw in my do what you desire thing. Like, we just finally hearing about it, but we talked a little bit prior to this camera roll.
Mhm.
And you said you feel like, you know, at the end of the day, you're doing what you desire.
Yeah.
So, I mean, can you explain what does that mean to you as a DJ, as a president, as someone who, you know, you get up, you do what you want?
I mean, it all just makes sense. I mean, I love music. I've wanted to be a DJ. Again, as I said, I was born into this. You know, technically, that's a whole nother spectrum. I mean, I've wanted to be a DJ since I heard Super J Johnson on the radio in Indianapolis on WTLC. So that was prior to, you know, me even really understanding who this guy that raised me was going to do for me. So it's just amazing, you know, somebody that controlled everything and everybody on the radio. So, yeah, to wake up and be able to play music for people or entertain people with music. I mean, I think the only other person that does it better than that is the rapper or the producer or the singer or the producer. Because you're giving a gift out and you're watching people be entertained from it. Yeah.
Well, final thing, you know, we gotta wrap it up. If somebody wanted to find you, get in contact with you, or find out more about the Drum Squad DJs, or stunt for the gram, like all your pictures and blow them up and I like to know you.
That's
how
good.
How can we find you?
Quickest way, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Kick, Kike, whatever. It's all DJ Lomaxx, DJ Lomaxx, www.drumsquaddjs.com, www.worldfamousdjlomax.com. Google DJ Lomaxx. I'm guaranteeing it'll come up.
It did.
Guaranteeing it.
It came up.
Yeah.
I'm just co-signing it. It came up. I don't need to co-sign shit.
I'm
but,
guaranteeing it'll come up.
it
Yeah,
came
if you
up.
Google a name, it'll come up.
You got any shout outs? You know what I'm saying? Just,
I mean,
you know.
if we're gonna shout out anybody, we gotta shout out the squad. You know what I'm saying? Drum Squad DJs, Drum Squad Films, Drummer Boy, Ronnie Aaliyah, you know what I'm saying, over at Ace Imaging, everybody that rocks with me the hard way, the long way. Memphis, Indianapolis, you know what it is.
DWYD, DJ Lomaxx, you know, really. Peace.